What's going on, guys? Hey, I wanted to come to you this evening and bring you a video with Lee Peterson talking about forgiveness and the importance of forgiveness. But look, guys, if you would, please like and subscribe to my channel. I've gotten 104 people as of right now, and I'd like to get 110 by the weekend if I can. But again, I'm working right now, kind of wanting to put up a video of Lee Peterson talking about forgiveness and the importance of forgiveness, and in understanding, I think, number one, that we are angry, and I think in society right now, in the culture, if we look out now in the culture, we realize that there's a lot of angry individuals, angry people out there that are kind of stuck in that place. They haven't moved past that, where they realize they're angry, but they're still blaming other people, and they haven't really gotten past that place. There's no power in what they say, because they're all victims of somebody else. And while that's true to a degree, all of us are victims of other people, and particularly our parents. Because that's one thing. When we're kids, we don't have the control. We don't have the power. We don't have the authority to control ourselves, to control our own lives. So a lot of us are victims from childhood, and we've held on to the anger and that pain, and we haven't let go of that. And it's kind of like the Holy Spirit cannot move through you. Whatever you call it, God, the Holy Spirit, is unable to move through you if there's a blockage. It's kind of like water moving through a pipe. If there's a blockage of anger, of pain in the pipe, you can't move past that. You can't, the Spirit doesn't work through you as well as it would. And I think the culture right now, our culture, is we've directed that at other people. It's like, well, if people would just use my pronouns or use whatever, then I'll be okay. Then if other people change to make me more comfortable, then I will be okay. And the fact of the matter is, that's not the way it works. The way it works is we got to work on ourselves, and we've got to let go of what pain and what anger we have inside of us in order to move past that. We can't have other people change to make us more comfortable, and then we heal. It doesn't quite work that way. So, but we got to recognize we're angry in a way of things that have happened to us in our past, and in particular our parents, and in particular our mothers, because I think there's a culture of victimhood, and the women subscribe to more victimhood than men do in a lot of ways. We look at women as the victims of men. So a lot of times the women kind of, played this victim cards, the mothers do in a lot of ways, played this victim cards, kind of blame their husbands, blame men in particular, and they're not working on themselves, so they end up passing that on to their child. So, in no way am I trying to down women or anything else. I'm just saying a lot. This is one thing that's helped me in my own life. And, it's something I think Lee is talking about in this video to a degree. And again, I'm not saying that I agree with Jesse on everything, but he does make some good points. So I'm going to put this up, guys. And if you would, again, like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks.
Up actually a little bit, because in the last couple of weeks, so I've been doing this silent prayer, and I've been learning from you, and I've been sort of seeing, I've heard you say sometimes that what's going on with people with anger, with hatred, it's a spirit.
Right.
And I guess I'm maybe starting to see that in my life, and like seeing it doesn't make it go away. But I'm seeing it and like kind of like living with it right now. It's weird. And anyway, I just want to share that with you. Maybe you have something you want to say about that.
Okay, how do you feel about seeing it?
It's distressing a little bit.
And why? Why?
Because I can see what it does in my life.
Yeah.
I can see got the effects and like the consequence of it being there.
Yes.
And it sucks. It's not good.
So here's what you should stop doing.
Okay.
Just relax and be happy to see it.
All right.
Because if you see it and you resent it, it's going to create a problem for you. You don't want to have an opinion about it. Be glad.
Yeah, that's one thing I noticed myself is, just one thing I was told by a mentor that helped me through things some years back is just see things, just see it, be aware of it, bring awareness to it. But you can't change it yourself. That's your ego talking. You're not going to be able to do anything. But just be aware of it. Bring awareness to it. Allow the Holy Spirit or God or whatever to work through you, and by bringing awareness to whatever it is, but not thinking that you can go in there and change something and because again that's kind of your ego talking, and it's kind of your ego saying that I can fix this or I can do something about it, but in fact you can't. That's the problem part of the problem right there.
That you can finally see, and it's going to be amazing. It'll be taken away from you, because the battle is between the light and the darkness.
Yeah.
And it's not yours to fight, because there's nothing you can do about it. So you just watch it, and that's all. You become the observer.
Okay.
He doesn't need your help at all.
That's what I was going to ask you. Is like, what do I need to do what can I do about it? Like, how can I get rid of it?
Nothing. You've done all you need to do, and just to realize that being angry is evil.
Yeah.
And that is wrong, and it separates you from God.
There's just a lot of wisdom that comes from this man. It's not the education like a Ivy League education or anything else. It's like just plain wisdom, and something we've kind of forgotten about and lost to, become lost to. And again, we have a culture to where we get stuck and we get inside either we are the ones that can fix this or other people can fix it, and we blame other people, and we hope that if they change, if they're the ones that change, that we can heal as a result of them changing, when in fact we can't.
Because you're playing God. Now that you've admitted that, you see it, you'll be fine. Yeah. So the ego wants to fight it, but there's nothing you can do, because it's a spiritual battle. And of yourself, you can do nothing about it, so accept that. And put up no resistance. Otherwise, Satan is going to defeat you again, because he wants you to judge it. He wants you to be upset about it. He wants you to have an opinion. Don't. Just relax. Isn't that something?
Yeah, that's something.
Did you forgive your mother?
I thought I already did. Oh. And I went to her, and I hadn't talked with her, and I told her that I forgive her.
Yeah.
But it's funny that I did.
Oh, okay.
And then since that day, though, I've been coming to be able to see things that I didn't know I was angry about.
Yes.
Like more things are coming up that I didn't forgive her for that, because I didn't even know I was angry about it. It was like hidden.
Right.
And I'm so.
Yeah, that's what I was going to talk about beforehand. Is very often we don't see that we're angry about something. We don't see it. We no, I'm not angry, especially guys. No, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm fine. Even women, it's like, yeah, I'm not mad. I'm fine. I'm. This doesn't bother me. It's never bothered me. It's like, we don't we don't become really honest with ourselves and intimate with ourselves and understand that we're freaking pissed about something. And, it's holding us back. It's literally crippling us. Sometimes literally crippling us. But we don't see it. We don't see that our anger is standing in the way of anything we could hope to accomplish in our lives.
So I'm finding more things to forgive. I guess, do I need to call her over or go see her again and again? Tell her about each thing or what?
No.
Okay.
Once you forgave her because you realized she couldn't help herself,
yeah,
and it's wrong for you to resent her because it separates you from God,
right,
and you become like her. You became like her, right?
Uh-huh.
So once you realize it's wrong to have that judgment, and you went and forgave her, you're done with that.
Okay.
And so now you're seeing all the stuff that you refused to face before.
Right.
It's all being revealed to you.
Yeah.
And so just watch it and let it pass.
Yeah, that's one thing I wanted to add real quick is a lot of times when we're angry at people, especially if we're unaware that we're angry at people, we tend to become like the people that we're angry at. So if you're angry at mama, you tend to become like mama. You tend to deal with the world the way your mom deals with the world. So if your mom's a victim and, a poor, unfortunate victim and angry all the time and blaming the world, you end up becoming just like that. And, it's something, again, I've had to face in my own life. But, yeah.
You don't need to keep going back. You've already done all you need to do.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, and I went and saw my dad 2 weeks ago, too.
How did that go?
It was good, man. It was pretty cool. We didn't talk a whole lot. He just sort of, he looked like he was going to cry.
Yeah.
And then he told me, we do the best we can, and I feel like I did the best I could, but there's a lot I wish I could have done a whole lot better.
Yeah.
He told me that. And he said thank you, and and I told him, I'm sorry for resenting him in the ways that I was.
Yeah.
And for, acting out the way I have a lot of times. And he said he already forgives me.
Amazing.
Cool talk, yeah.
How old are you?
35.
Man, it's a nice
Oh, amazing.
time to be waking up.
Yeah.
That
cool.
is great. So now just relax and go for the ride.
All right.
You have not seen anything yet. It's going to be amazing. Your heart is being renewed. Your mind is being renewed. So when you're in situations now, speak up, but don't resent. And if you do fall into your imagination and you feel anger, relax. It's just you're growing away from the imagination. So you're still learning how to let it pass. So it's no big deal. It's no sign of failure or anything. And you're just lost in your imagination. And you'll look back one day and you're going to have the life that you cannot believe. But it's the life that God created for you instead of the one you try to create for yourself.
Yeah.
Your mind is going to be renewed. You're going to have develop a solid mind, a stable mind, not a double-minded person. And then in that mindset, you're going to have peace and you'll have control over it. It won't be a big deal. But you need to relax and don't freak out.
Okay.
See, listening to Jesse Lee, it's a good reminder of things that I've learned in reinforcement. I mean, again, we need to hear this kind of stuff and understand that we are stuck people. And we're stuck in this place of anger and victimhood and everything else. And I mean, if you look out in society right now, we're stuck. I mean, man, we are stuck. And, that's one thing we need. That's one thing I think self-help kind of books and everything else, kind of neglect to kind of touch on. They don't really get to the fact of what can we do to move beyond a certain point and make ourselves stronger. And that's one thing I want to talk about quite a bit on my channel is not only going over some of the things that are crazy going on in the world right now, but also what we can do to strengthen ourselves physically, spiritually, emotionally. What can we do? Because that's something, if we start adding on little bit by little bit, something, things that strengthen us, little bit by little bit, it's going to make us stronger in all ways. And if we're stronger, we're going to be able to deal with life and live the life that we were supposed to live and become much more productive and happy and fulfilled in our own lives.
And be grateful that you can see. God loves you enough that he allows you to see. Most people can't see. So you're fortunate that you can see. And because all angry people are blind, they cannot see.
I'm starting to see that too. It's weird. I'm starting to be able to see, like, anyway, I don't need to get into it too much. Maybe that's just my imagination anyway. But
what? See like what?
That there's another life available. And it's sort of, and there's something in me that's like, no, maybe it thinks that that's boring, or it thinks that I won't like it, but I know that that's not true. I can hear that that's not right.
Wow. Well, that's your ex-daddy, Satan, trying to tell you, no, don't do it. He wants you to believe back into the lie again. Don't believe it. Just relax. You can see it, you're on your way.
Cool.
And it's like magical. The struggle is over now for you. And he's going to add things to you that's going to blow your mind.
No, I was...
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go ahead and cut the video here, but yeah, I mean, I think that's one thing we've got to understand, we've got to see, and this is something that really is right up my alley. I love this kind of stuff because it's practical advice that we could use, and all of us are the same. We're all fallen people, and we've kind of moved away from the grace of God, so to speak, and let's do what we can to strengthen ourselves, make ourselves stronger in all ways. Reach for the good food instead of the pizza, instead of the ice cream, instead of the, reach for things that are going to make you stronger emotionally, physically, and spiritually. But anyways, guys, if you would, please, again, like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks. You son of a